on and throw some punches, okay?
Okay.
Looking into the corner of the challenger, Glen Johnson. Both the doctor and the referee came to the Johnson corner. The doctor checked him out. The referee told him that unless he shows some offense here in round number 10, I'm going to stop it. They obviously are concerned about him getting hurt. This is a world championship fight. They want to be fair and give him a chance, but they don't want him to be hurt.
Well, I agree with them 100%, Tim. As we had mentioned, he was really taking a battering at the end of the last round. And I just don't think that he has the ammunition to stop putting on Hopkins now.
Johnson acknowledged that he had to show some more offense here in the 10th in order to stay in the fight. Let's see if he's capable of doing it or whether Hopkins allows it.
Well, that's going to allow him to open himself up. He's going to get nailed a lot more now, Tim, trying to show some offense. This may very well be the swan song in this fight. Hopkins is just enjoying himself in there now, doing anything he wants to do. Accurate hands, quick hands, right hand leads, just about anything that you've ever seen a fighter do, Hopkins is doing in this fight. Look at that feint. He feinted the right hand. His balance is so good, Tim. That's why he can do these things. Good footwork.
Johnson, for his part, is trying here in the 10th to throw some more punches, but he's having difficulty finding Hopkins now.
Tim, he's taking a battering now, Tim.
Hopkins pouring it on again and again. Johnson in just a cover-up mode. Referee Pat Russell moves in to break them, and you know he'll be taking a close look at when he does.
Well, he is. Pat Russell's done a wonderful job in this fight, Tim. He's been on top of every situation.
Game display by Glen Jackson, warned at the beginning of this round that if he didn't have some offense, they wouldn't let him go any farther. He was willing to come out and try. Johnson headed to his first defeat, but it's in a championship fight against the best middleweight in the world.
And Hopkins, Tim, looks like he could fight 20 rounds.
Yes, he does. There's a body shot that hurt Johnson and moved him away.
Another one.
All right, let him go.
Again, Johnson just does not have any tools to keep Hopkins off him any longer in this fight. They should stop this fight so he can live to fight another day. He's holding, grabbing.
Let him go, Glenn. Let those hands go. You're holding him, Glenn. Let the hands go. Let the hands go. Let him go. I got it. Let that hand go.
Let him go right now.
30 seconds remain in round number 10. Scheduled for 12 in this title fight. Legs look a little more wobbly with each passing second.
Legs are rubbery right now. This is the danger zone in the fight. Taking a battering for an entire fight. That's why they had better keep a close eye on Johnson.
Winging a couple of right hands, still trying. And missing badly with the left. Terrific effort from Johnson, but to no effect. We've got a shutout for the champion Hopkins through 10 rounds, and we'll see now whether or not the doctor is also coming in again up the stairway to our right to take, that's one of the inspectors, pardon me, the California State Inspector. We'll see whether the corner of Johnson allows him to come out.
Let it go. You win it in this round. You understand? Or I'm stopping this fight. This is it. So,
well, as trainer Pat Burns saying, you know, you got to let it go in this round.
All right.
We got it. We're watching this. It's your fight.
I got it.
And they brought the doctor in again, and apparently they're going to allow it to continue.
Let him go, Glenn. You got it.
One of three doctors at ringside coming in to check.
Breathe and relax, Glenn. Take a deep breath.
Pat Burns again saying he'd stop it if Burns didn't get anything going, but that was kind of the thinking for round number 10. Instead, he's going to come out for the 11th. What do you think, Gil?
If I was in the corner, Tim, he's being completely outclassed now. Doesn't seem to have enough strength or a big enough punch to really do anything to stop the Hopkins Express right now. Look at Hopkins. He's dancing like it's the first round. That would scare me right there.
Hopkins already on his feet. The bell hasn't sounded yet, so Johnson stays on the stool. Now he's up.
Look at the 11th, and Hopkins just more or less looked at him and said, "This is it for you, brother."
Hopkins working to the body here in the opening seconds of the 11th.
Tim, I think we're seeing a new style in the boxing business. As you mentioned, it was a well-kept secret before, but Hopkins is showing an awful lot today. But who can he fight? in the middleweights.
Well, he wants to unify the crowns. That's the ambition of most of the champions, there being so many in this goofy state of professional boxing. And he'd like to be an undisputed champion, but it's so rare that the other champions want to face each other. At least their promoters usually don't.
Well, I think the other three champions are all controlled by Don King. And I think if watching Hopkins today, I think it's going to be very doubtful if King would let any of his champions fight Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, Glen, second win. Huh? Come on now.
Hopkins banging to the body in the early going here in the 11th.
As we had mentioned before in the opening, Tim, I thought that Hopkins was the best middleweight in the world today. He really has reaffirmed what I've thought of him. I just don't think any of the other middleweight champions would even have a chance against him.
Johnson still trying just to stay in this fight, wings the occasional punch, but Hopkins picks up the pace, and that Russell says, that's enough. The referee steps in to stop it here in the 11th. And Bernard Hopkins against a game challenger, but a completely outclassed one. And there's probably not another middleweight in professional boxing who would not be outclassed by Bernard Hopkins. A sensational performance against an undefeated, very fit challenger, Glen Johnson. Bernard Hopkins saying he wished there were still 15 rounds in boxing because he looks like, as you said, he could go 20. We'll be back in a moment. We're back live in India. Let's get the result from Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the official time. 1 minute, 23 seconds of round number 11. Referee in charge, Pat Russell, steps in and calls a halt to the bout with your winner by technical knockout and still IBF middleweight champion of the world, Bernard Middleweight King Executioner Hopkins.